Yeah, we started this day off not knowing what to expect, but we're going to walk you through exactly what it took to get to that point. So early in the morning, there's me and Anthony back in the boat heading out. Come across old Matt, I don't know, around 12 o'clock or so, maybe 1. He brought us a few extra little baits there. Went out, did some looking, did some scanning, did some fishing. We fished all day long before we found that one you just saw. All day. I mean, it was probably 5:30. I could see the sun getting ready to go down there. And finally came across that fish. Well, Anthony hooked up on it, and it was on. I'll go ahead and tell you, we're in pretty shallow water, so y'all know what that does if you catch these kind of fish. That one there, we looked at it. Everybody called it 50 or better. Not quite there. It was in, I think it was 46, 47, maybe somewhere around that range.
Nice fish.
Don't remember. I'm sure we'll post it up there for y'all to see. But Anthony's weighing her up right now and getting ready to put it back in the water. Let it live another day, and maybe somebody else will catch them this week or next, or maybe even next year, and it'll be a 60, or a few years down the line, maybe a 70. You never know. But beautiful fish, very healthy. They don't even know it. That's all three of us there, just kind of waving at the camera. You and Matt traveling down the lake. We're getting ready to go find us another spot. Came across that big boy. So we set up. We started a drag, came across the top of them, and
a little bit of freedom.
Lo and behold, just a couple minutes later, it was on. You know, Anthony and I had some comments and conversation there about those medium heavy rods from Drift King Tackle. They're good rods, and I like the action.
We've been
I
out here
really
since
enjoyed
8:30.
it. That's that wet outdoor gear Echo Line hoodie.
Sun's going down.
Pre-sale ends on the
Fixing to get dark.
15th. Probably won't see this before that's out, but hopefully we'll get that line out there. But this thing ended up being 66 pounds, y'all. It's a good fish, especially out of Lake Murray, South Carolina. And I want to share with you too, this right here. You know, it's not always just about fishing. Sometimes you got to look around and see what's in the outdoors. And right there on the bank, lo and behold, was a bald eagle. Looked to be standing about 4 foot tall, like a little person standing there in a tux or something. But she took off, had a nest up there. We saw a couple of them going back and forth. So that was pretty neat to have those in the background most of our day. And then here we are, headed back. It's dark already. So all that for that video that you just saw. But there at the end, got back to the boat ramp, and I was going up to get the truck while Anthony was sitting out there in the boat waiting. And this thing here was standing out in the middle of the parking lot. It kind of scared me for a second. Thought it was a small child, but it wasn't. Turned out to be just no beaver. But she walked on back down to the lake and took on off. You can see Anthony in the background there in the boat waiting on me. He's probably wondering what I'm doing. I asked him later, I said, "Did you see that beaver?" He said, "Yeah, I saw it." He was kind of secretly hoping it was going to come up there and slap me. But he's ready to go and back in the boat, and off we go. Matt, Anthony, and Steve.